Today we're talking about upcoming releases. So this time of year, when this video goes up, it's going to be the beginning of September. Happy Labor Day, everybody. We'll be talking about holiday. So we've already seen some of the holiday releases, a couple of sneak peeks and a couple of pictures. There's more to come. But today we're going to talk about the ones we have seen and what's coming up for what we consider fall, winter collections for 2023. Now, the way I do these videos every month is there's a couple of people that I follow over on Instagram. I'll make sure their information is down below in the description box, so you can go over there and make sure you follow them. And then I'll talk about each one of the new releases. I'll have a picture go up. I'll move over so you can see the pictures of what's coming. There are a couple things that I will not have pictures of that I'll put over on Patreon because when you put up stuff a little too early, sometimes the brands will take you down. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's start with Chanel. So Chanel has the Le Rouge collection, which has already launched by the time this video goes up. Technically, it went up online for Chanel on September 30th. I'm sorry, August 30th. And then it went live in Chanel boutiques September 1st. And I am picking up some lipsticks in this collection and sort of the box that comes with it. This is a very expensive collection. The cases are made of glass by a Japanese glass maker, so that they're specially made so that they do not break. At least that's what I hear. And I have had these details up over on Patreon. Again, I haven't put them up here or on Instagram because Chanel is very adamant about like not having, you know, sneak peeks up. But anyway, over on Patreon, I do have the collection up and swatches, and here are the details from this collection. There are 12 shades with a vivid satin finish, glass packaging. Packaging is refillable. The individual colors, so if you want to buy just one lipstick, it's $195 because of the case. The coffret set, which is what I'm going to get, is one lip color plus 2 refills. And then there's like a box, which is basically like a keepsake box. Use it as a jewelry box. And I'm trying to get a confirmation on this price, but it's around $400. Then there's a separate thing that's a leather good, like I think it's like a leather case or like maybe like a full case, that it's specifically designed for the whole lipstick collection. That's like $3,000. Anyway, so I will have 3 of the shades. They're going to be like the lightest shades. I will, of course, do a video with the entire collection, so with the the case and the glass and the cases, and so you can see what they look like and the shades, if it is something that you're interested in picking up. But again, it is a very expensive, very pricey lipstick. You're really paying for the Chanel name and the creation of the glass cases. Chanel Holiday, we have not seen. Maybe, when I say maybe, there are the highlighters, and I did a video with one of the highlighters in the pearl shade, the white pearl. There are 5 designs. I said there were 6 designs. There's not 6. There's 5 designs. There are 3 shades. So there's the white, there's like the coral, and then there's the gold. But there are 5 different designs. So I have the design of the camellia. I don't know if I will probably pick up the corally shade, the peachy shade, maybe in the stars design or maybe the CCs. I'm not really sure. But I will say that could be holiday. That could be attached to holiday. I have heard that it is attached to holiday, but I don't have confirmation of that. So we'll see. I do have some blurry pictures of a 5-pan Chanel eyeshadow over on Patreon. That could be holiday. There are gift sets that are definitely holiday, which they do every year. So I have some general ideas about Chanel Holiday, but nothing specific. So that's all I have right now. As I get more, I will let you know. Hourglass. Hourglass has 4 palettes. Their palettes are usually like those 6-pan palettes. Last year there were 3. It had like an elephant on it, the butterflies, and they have different powders in there. A blush, a bronzer, highlighter, finishing powder. I am unlikely to get these because I have the ones from last year, the elephant, the butterfly, and I don't use them. I don't reach for them. I don't have anything against Hourglass, and I like the Hourglass powders. Actually, they're really nice. But I just don't reach for those palettes. So unless you really want to see them, I don't think I'm picking those up. Guerlain. Guerlain, we have seen what they are calling holiday. It's Guerlain Fantasy Allegoria. 15th of October in Japan, so definitely sooner here. It could be as early as September. There is the eyeshadow palette that has the black and silver stripes on it. It has that green, purple, gold, and like, it looks like a peachy champagne shade. I don't know. Yes, I will get that. There's the B case and the 3 lipsticks. I'm gonna guess that B case is incredibly expensive. Just saying. Because it's not like the B case of old that had 1 lipstick and had just the B on the case, like the Rouge G. This one looks much more intricate, so I'm gonna guess it's very expensive. There's a bronzer. Let's see, it says bronzing powder in 1 universal sparkling gold shade with a leopard pattern. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be getting that. Gold shades don't really work for me. There's Rouge G cases in the tiger and green. Those are limited edition with 3 limited edition Rouge G shades. And then there's the meteorites. I will definitely pick up the meteorites. The meteorites are in shade number 02, which is one of their best-selling shades to re-promote, but the packaging is limited edition. I will pick it up because I do love the packaging, but I do think it's a little bit lazy from Guerlain not to come up with, you know, a new shade. But again, I'll take it because I'm just glad the meteorites are back. Hermes. Hermes has the autumn winter release, 3 limited edition lipsticks with a black pigment. The Japan launch date is in October, beginning of October, so maybe earlier here. I will tell you, I really don't like any of these shades. They are all too deep for me, but the packaging, the ombre sort of packaging, I do love that. Maybe I'll pick up 1 shade. I don't know. I really do love the packaging, but it's going to be kind of a waste because I probably won't use, well, I won't use these shades. They're just too deep for me. So I'm torn because I love the packaging, but that's not a reason to buy makeup, because the reason to buy makeup is the makeup. Just saying. Givenchy. Givenchy collection. It says it's inspired by the glamorous party of New York's legendary nightclub Studio 54. The shades in the 9-pan palette are interesting. There's like a sparkly purple and a pink. They're really not me at all. But you know, it's different. It's not neutral. So that's good. Loose powders look pretty. The lipsticks look interesting. I do love the Givenchy lipsticks. I think they do a great job. It looks like there's 3 different shades in that. And then there's the Prisme Libre highlighter in like a pale, kind of like a platinum shade and then like a gold shade. So that's kind of interesting. I might pick up those. We'll have to see about what they really, you know, what they actually end up looking like. Suqqu I've talked about a couple times. They have their 20th anniversary. If you're asking me about fall winter, because it is already out, yes, I have purchased it. I won't have it for a while. I get mine from Harrods, and I kind of wait until like I've got a bigger box to send everything because shipping is expensive. So I won't have it, but Suqqu is beautiful. I'm actually wearing Suqqu today. The one I'm wearing today is, what number is this? This is 126. This was like the white packaging that they did. This is the cool toned palette from that. And I have on the blushes and the lip wrap. It's all Suqqu on my face. Just so you guys know. And you know, it's one of my favorite brands, but I won't have the fall. The 20th anniversary looks really interesting to me. And I would definitely encourage you to pick that up if you're interested in getting Suqqu. Yves Saint Laurent, we have seen, I talked a little bit about it because the packaging has like this crinkled like marble kind of effect, and that collection has the 910 quad in it that I already own. So when the Yves Saint Laurent Couture clutches, the small ones, the mini ones, came out, the number 910 I knew was limited edition, and I bought it. And I did a video of it. It's over on Patreon. I'll have it up here eventually. I just haven't put it up because you can't purchase it right now. The Yves Saint Laurent quads kind of went away. I don't have details about when they're coming back or why. They were having like a glue issue, so maybe they're trying to fix that. I don't know, but that quad is in the holiday packaging. So it's 910. There's a plumper, like a lip plumper. There's a lipstick, there's cushion foundation, all limited edition packaging, and an advent calendar. I'm gonna assume it's gonna come out soon. And as soon as I realize that it's come out, I will make sure that 910 video is over here so you can see it. If you wanna purchase it, the only difference is that it has like the limited edition packaging. It doesn't have the regular Yves Saint Laurent packaging. And honestly, I don't know what happened to the collection. Like, I don't know why it went away. So it's very odd. Cle de Peau. The Cle de Peau holiday has been, we have seen pictures of Cle de Peau holiday. There's the face enhancer in 106. There's lipsticks in 524 and 525. I think one's a matte and one's a satin. I'm not sure of that, but we'll figure that out. There's some skincare, cleansing foam, cleansing oil, serum, and then there's the eyeshadow palette. And the thing about this collection and Cle de Peau in general is the packaging for holiday. I love the packaging that Cle de Peau does for holiday. I think it's really stunning. This one is no different than the ones that have come out before. It's absolutely beautiful. And because they are refillable, you can take your old luminizers and the new Cle de Peau eyeshadows, if you bought the refills, and put them in this packaging. This particular eyeshadow quad doesn't look like my favorite, to be honest, color story, but it should be interesting, and so I'm definitely picking up that collection. I think that'll be really, really beautiful. Dior has a collection that's coming out that says it's a limited edition Blooming Boudoir collection. It says 2023. It looks a lot like the Miss Dior collection that came out. There's a powder, there's a lipstick case, there's an eyeshadow palette, there's a bunch of different pieces. It says September, so this month this is gonna come out. The cushion powder says it's 050 lavender, a translucent lilac. Hopefully it's just the lilac and not the sparkling thing, which we all hated. The lipstick case, you know, is the lipstick case, and it looks gorgeous. The eyeshadow palette, you know, I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm not sure if I love that or not. I mean, it's okay. It's got some interesting shades. It's got a deep shade in it. We'll have to see. There's a little candle. You know, you get the gist. But the packaging does look stunning. I do love the packaging, I have to say. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That does look great. Again, you shouldn't buy things just for packaging. Tom Ford. So I have seen the Soleil Neige collection. I will have pictures up on Patreon soon. It looks very pretty. There's two different shades of highlighter, of course the eyeshadows. You know, I don't know if that's it for holiday or not, but you know, we'll just have to see what's coming there. Everyone has concealer all of a sudden, like everyone. What did I recently see? Gucci had, yeah, I think it's Gucci, had concealer, and Makeup by Mario has concealer, and everybody has concealer. I'm not exactly sure why suddenly everyone has concealer. Which, I mean, it's fine, but like, why do we all have concealer all of a sudden? There are other things. The RMS blushes look really great. I love RMS blushes. I don't have the new ones, but honestly, there's one shade in there. It's like the lightest shade that I think would look really good on me, and I probably will eventually pick that up. So, you know, not right this second, but at some point. And then, you know, obviously there's other things that we'll see. Valentino might have things that come out. Victoria Beckham might have one or two things. We'll have to see. Rare Beauty did a brow product, but I don't know if they'll have anything. Chantecaille might have stuff for holiday. So, you know, this is what I know right now. And I can say of all the collections, say none of the makeup is like overwhelming to me. None of the makeup is like, oh, I absolutely love the shades or have to have it. Some of the packaging I think is stunning. So the Cle de Peau packaging I think is really, really beautiful. The Dior packaging I think is beautiful. It's very, I mean, it's reminiscent of the Miss Dior, but I do really like it. The Cle de Peau I think is stunning. The Guerlain is not my favorite, but at least it's different, so I'll give it that. The Chanel glass lipsticks, I mean, they may be beautiful. I'll have them and I'll let you know. $200 for a lipstick is quite a bit of money. But yeah, I have to say, guys, like, none of the holidays sort of blew me away. I'd say the Cle de Peau is well, no, the Cle de Peau is the most beautiful, most unique, most special. You know, and I've talked about this a couple times, like the old, and again, you know, you always remember the past differently. Like you always remember it with this sort of rose-colored glass, like everything was fantastic. But I feel like the holiday collections used to be more over the top, like more impressive. I don't know. Maybe it's just because everything is coming so fast and furious and we have so many collections dropping all the time that it doesn't seem as special. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But yeah, none of the products have like just so like have to have them. The Hermes lipsticks, like I said, the cases are beautiful, but the shades I don't really like. The Hourglass I'm not going to pick up. The Givenchy, those colors aren't really mine. The Yves Saint Laurent I have, the eyeshadow. The Cle de Peau, like I said, is the one I'm most excited about. The shades in the eyeshadow palette I'm not overwhelmed by, but I do really like the packaging. The Dior holiday we haven't seen. Like that collection, I bet that's not going to be the holiday shadows and lips. So we'll have to see. But remember the lipsticks they used to have, and it wasn't that long ago, and I forget what they were called, but they had like the round bottom and top, like those are gone. Yeah, there's just, I don't know. I feel like maybe it's just the migraines I've been having that makes me just sort of like, Yeah, I'm not overly impressed by the holiday collections, but we'll see. You know, maybe there'll be something that just blows me away. But I doubt it. The fall fashions, and I am going to have a video up, I'm working on it. It takes me a little longer to put those together because, you know, as I'm putting together trends and like information, I want to make sure that I'm giving you a comprehensive look at like what's coming. Fall fashion seems to be taking, the trends are one of those things now, like it's weird. It's kind of like makeup where, you know, we get a new collection and a new thing every single day. Trends used to be like there was like one trend or two trends. Now trends change by like the second. And so honestly, you know, there really isn't, you can follow a trend if you want to. I never really followed trends even when, you know, they were popular when I was young, but it's more like just fun to see what people are doing and then sort of develop what you feel is your style, what works for you. But when I do this video with the fall trends, I'm gonna bet a lot of us have these things in our closets, or at least some of us have things in our closets because they are it's always a retread, but they are like clear retreads from things that I remember. And I did a post on Instagram, I'll have another one up shortly, about earrings. The shoes that I wore in law school, like I remember those shoes so well, and that style is back again. And I will definitely pick up a couple of pairs of those shoes because I've worn them for the last, you know, 25 years. I still have some of those shoes. They were really well made. I've had to like I've had them fixed over the years. And the earrings that are now coming out, like that are the popular earrings, are earrings that I wore, you know, 30 years ago. So it's really interesting how these things just, you know, it's cyclical. They just keep coming back with a little bit of a change. But I'll have a fashion trend video coming up, and I'll mix in like the makeup that kind of goes along with it. But I actually think some of the fashion stuff that's coming, although again, a retread, because nothing, you know, everything old is new again, is actually a little bit more interesting than some of the makeup. And I'm not exactly sure why that's happening. Maybe just because with makeup, everyone is trying to, I don't know, and this is actually happening in fashion too, with like the bags and stuff. It feels like they're cutting back on costs. They're not making things as, you know, intricately. They're not spending as much, some are not spending as much time and money on like packaging and ingredients and stuff. So you either have something that's not as good as it used to be, or you have a glass lipstick that's $200. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's there's nothing here. It's either way outside your price range and ridiculous, or it's what you used to spend, but more because they're charging you more and it's not as good. At least that's how it feels. Dior has a lipstick case similar to the Chanel ones, and now of course Guerlain is going to have, you know, the B case. And the Dior one, it's two cases, 2 lipsticks, and it's like 550 pounds. And it's made out of 18 karat gold and like, and ceramic. And it's beautiful, but it's ridiculously expensive. So I feel like the brands are doing that. Like they're having, you know, this ridiculously expensive thing over here. And then they're charging, you know, a lot of money, luxury brands, a lot of money for something that you've always spent a lot of money on, but now the prices have gone up and the product's not as good. So it's this weird, I don't know, there's this weird thing going on, which annoys me in makeup. And you know, the fashion stuff, I feel like there's some of that as well, but I don't know, at least I think there's more competition maybe. I'm not sure what it is, but it'll be interesting to see. And I'll talk about it. Like I said, I'll have a video coming up soon. So that's it for today, guys. I'm sure by the time this goes up, something else will be introduced or dropped, and I won't have it in the video, but these were all the things that I could find that I was, you know, possibly interested in before these are all the things that I could find that I was possibly interested in buying in, you know, the next month or two. So I'd love to hear what you're interested in picking up, and you know, if you feel the same way about like some of these odd directions that fashion and beauty are taking, and whether or not you think the holiday collections look, you know, really interesting. I'm not saying they look bad. I feel like, I don't know, it's a little underwhelming at this point, but maybe there'll be something that comes along. Maybe Dior will, maybe someone will come along with something that's just absolutely like amazing. I hope so. So thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you in another video really soon.